Okay, boys, welcome back to another amazing video. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Tisha B'Av. Years ago, there was a certain story of a guy by the name of Mr. Moshe Silver. This guy had a lot of money, very wealthy, beautiful house. He had everything he wanted, a nice car, a nice wife. But the one problem that they had was after being married for 20 years, they didn't have any children. Very sad. Moshe and his wife, Nechama, they would do everything for the community. Anytime somebody needs help, anytime someone needs to move something in the shul, set up for the kiddush, help to move a table, he was your guy. Moshe was the mitzvah master. Anybody needed, he was there. 20 years, they haven't had children. And Baruch Hashem, the doctors one day tell them the tremendous news, his wife Nechama is pregnant. Oh my gosh, you can imagine how happy he was. He was so happy, he was so excited, he was jumping. Literally, his happiness was through the roof. And as the pregnancy was getting more and more, and they were getting closer and closer to the time which she would give birth, eventually the day came. She goes to the hospital with her husband Moshe. The baby's coming, the baby's coming. You can only imagine their excitement, Alicia, as the day is getting closer. And suddenly, the doctors all come in. But then they say, Mr. Moshe, can we speak to you for 1 second? What, is everything okay? He was so nervous. He was already mumbling his words. He couldn't speak. He gets out of the room. And the doctor takes out his clipboard. He says, Mr. Moshe, I have to just let you know. We just checked your wife. And unfortunately, something's going wrong in the pregnancy, in the birth, in the labor. We really have to make a choice. What do you mean, doctor? What are you talking about? We're going to do some examinations, checkings. We'll get back to you soon, but something is serious. After some time, the doctor comes back. Moshe, yes. Takes him outside the room, closes the door behind him. He's over there, his wife's still in the room. She's still on the bed, getting ready. But suddenly the doctor tells him the words that really make his heart faint. Moshe, we checked your wife and her health, and we found out that only one of them could survive. You have to make the choice, Moshe. Either your wife will have the baby, and the baby will be alive and live a good life, or maybe your wife, her life should come first. Which out of the two should you choose? We will make sure it happens. But you can only save one. The way medically how it works, only one of them is possible to survive. You cannot choose two. Moshe's thinking to himself, what? Choose? How can I choose between my wife and my newborn baby son? How? I can't do that. It's the most difficult, challenging decision, 20 years. The doctor said, I know. Take a deep breath. Discuss it with your wife and let me know. He goes into his room. His wife looks up at him. Moshe, is everything okay? She wasn't feeling well. He says, no. I have to let you know about something, notify you. Nechama, don't worry, everything's okay. Let's speak. He tries to be as composed, as calm as he could. And he tells her, unfortunately, the bad and sad news that only one of them could survive. He told her, I already made up my mind, Nechama. The baby is great, but we've been waiting 20 years. Yes, I know. But really, I can never leave you. I chose you. She looks up at Moshe with the last strength that she has. She's already so not feeling well, sick. And she says, and I made my choice too. What? I choose the baby. What? No, Nechama, what are you talking about? You were my life partner. If we're married for 20, I can't do that. I already made my choice. This is what I want. But please, one condition I'm asking you. When the child is born and he's old enough to understand and to know, he has knowledge, I want you guys to walk over to my caver, to my kivura, where I'm buried, to the cemetery, and let him know what his mother gave up just so he can live. She made her choice and there was no going back. 1 hour later, the baby boy, healthy, was born. And later that day, they had a kivura. The mother passed away, and now they had to bury the mother. On one hand, the whole community, everybody was happy. They had a baby. But on the other hand, The sadness could be felt. It was so tangible. Everyone was so hurt. The mother, Nechama, 20 years, she passes away like this. They brought her and eventually they buried her. Now time goes by 5 years later, and this little boy, Moshe's son, Yaakov, is finally able to understand. He's knowledgeable. And at 5 years old, Moshe the father holds his son Yaakov's hand and they walk to the cemetery. The same kivura, the same area where the mother is buried. They walk over to the gravestone. And the boy, little Yaakov, little Yankel, asks his Abba, Abba, who is this? Why are we here? What's with the weird shaped stones? And the father says, years ago, your mother made a choice. And she made a choice that you should live instead of her. And on this kivura, this grave, this is where she's buried. And I want you to understand, she gave up everything so that you can live. The boy was shocked, 5-year-old boy. But he started to understand over the years of his life, wow, I am living because my mother gave up everything for me. Boys, the Dubna Maggid says on this story, he says the same thing. Hashem wasn't too happy with us. By the time of Tisha B'Av, he said, you guys already don't deserve the Beis HaMikdash. Bet HaMikdash, not for you. Someone's got to go. So what did the Beis HaMikdash do? The Beit HaMikdash decided, Hashem, please, don't destroy your children. I am the mother. I am your home. Destroy me instead. Take me and destroy me instead of Bnei Israel. But on one condition, echad. The condition is, leave one part of the Beis HaMikdash standing. And that is the Kosel, the Kotel HaMa'aravi that we have till today. So that every time your children in the future go to visit the Kotel in Eretz Yisrael and Yerushalayim, they will see what their mother, what the Beis HaMikdash gave up, their entire everything, so that they should continue living. They should know what I gave up for. What I gave up, and that they should understand and remember that there is only one way to bring me back. That's with Torah, mitzvos, and tefillah. Through connecting to Hashem, through ahavat chinam, I could come back. But let them remember that I gave up everything, that they should continue living. Boys, this is a fascinating, amazing mashal that the Dubna Maggid brings, but the lesson is very powerful. Coming in very, very soon, it's going to be Tisha B'Av. Hopefully we won't have a Tisha B'Av this year, and Mashiach will come. But to understand that our mother, the Beis HaMikdash, gave up everything so that we could continue living is a tremendous and powerful lesson. In Mirz Hashem, this year we will not have a Tisha B'Av. But if, God forbid, it happens, we have a Tisha B'Av, we should be able to learn and daven and to connect and tell Hashem, please Hashem, you know what, we're going to become better Yidden, better Jews. We're going to daven more, we're going to learn more, we're going to have more kavanah. And guess what? You know what's going to happen eventually? If Hashem sees that we do care, and we have ahavas chinam, we love our friends, we're so kind and compassionate and sensitive to other people, even though we're not always the winners of the raffle, we don't always get the best things, but we're kind and happy for other people, Hashem says, wow, you know what, you, Meir Simcha, Elisha, Aaron, Yosef, Asher, you're ready for Mashiach. And Hashem will eventually bring the third Beit HaMikdash very soon in our days.